This is Hot Rod, TFIO, doing a review of the Universe Voider class version of Dropshot. Dropshot's a repaint of the Cybertron Defense Scatter Shot, but I think he comes in a better kind of package, a better colour scheme, and he's much more suited to the Decepticons. He's a mobile missile platform. On the bottom is a deck with treads along there, and on top is this is two turrets that are joined to one, I guess, to make one turret, with a whole bunch of missiles in there. Generally, it's a really cool toy. As far as the vehicle goes, it's pretty big, and it's pretty imposing looking. It suits the Decepticons more than the Autobots. He's just great. He's got some weight to him, and although the treads don't move, he's got little wheels underneath here that let him free roll pretty easily. The color scheme is almost like a kind of a cheesecake kind of color. I think it's supposed to be like a military kind of desert color, but because it's so bright, it looks brighter than that kind of dusty sand. He's got some brown going on, along with his gun is brown. This is the gun mounted onto the side here, along the turret. There's kind of a greyish brown here for the kind of wall of the missile launchers, and this kind of brownish grey on the back. There's some green and silver there, and the green and silver is repeated at the front here where the kind of scoops are and these hooks are. And there's quite a good bit of detail on him as well, such as the canopies. He's got twin canopies here. There's some kind of line detail there as well, and obviously the treads have some detail on them. The wheels are the same kind of cheesecakey yellowy colour there. They should have really, I think they should have been this sort of silvery grey, but it's not too big a deal. What's great about the paint scheme is he's got a massive black Decepticon tampo right there, which won't really help us disguise much, but it looks great. And then along the side he's got the black tampo and a black tampo of the Decepticon logo and of this kind of serial number. In All Hail Megatron there's a sequence, I think it's after one of the character dies, where you see a bunch of these lined up, and I think this is a serial number on one of the actual vehicles that's lined up at the human camp. So I think it's a nice nod. If it is the correct one, it's a nice nod to it. If it's not, I'm wrong, I'm a fool. But he's cool, you know. As he's a Cybertron figure, he's got the kind of a key activated features here. The turret is split down the middle, and when you put the keys in, the tops flip out to show off some spring-loaded weaponry. I'll show that when I get into robot mode, which I'm going to do now. I'm just going to transform him. So we take the gun off, and then there's these two along the side here where the treads are, break off and fold in half. And then they spin down and they lock into place by a tab on both sides. They do pop off, but they're on ball joints, so they'll flop back in pretty quickly. You then lift up the missile deck here and you pull apart, rotate forward, and then separate the legs and flip out these scoop parts here. Those green kind of hooks that were on the front of the vehicle flip out to become support struts, and then at the top there's a hinge that comes forward and it reveals the robot's head. From there you can pop his gun into either one of his fists, and there you have the basic guts of the robot mode. It's pretty cool. It's tall and it's bulky and imposing. The turrets down the side, the kind of split turret down the side, looks great. It looks here like he's got a tattoo on one there and another tattoo there, so it kind of adds to the kind of real world feel to him. He's got a decent amount of posability as well. The legs are on ratchet joints, they bend and go in and out, and you can also spin them as much as this area here will allow you to. The arms also bend, and you would think this kind of disrupts it, but it doesn't. They'll bend and they'll go in and out on both arms, and the head has some rotation. Because the hinge is mounted right into the back of the head, it doesn't turn the whole way, but it's, you know, it's fine enough. Colour scheme is kind of the same as it was before. More brown has been added here to the chest plate, and what's really cool is that he's got industrial pipes on either side of his midsection here that look like ribs. They're silver, and then he's got lines down the front which look like an abdomen that's black. It adds to the kind of detail of the robot, makes him feel more like he's got a kind of a body going on. As I said, he's got key activated features, so I'll just grab a key now. And up along the side of the actual missile docks here, you just insert the key in either side, push it down, and the weapons will then flip out. Because of the nature and length of it, you have to straighten the arms up to get the full effect. But once you do, it's all good. On this side, he's got a battle platform with a translucent purple sort of visor, and then on top he's got a tab that pushes forward and releases a missile launcher with 2 missiles in it. These are spring activated, so they will fire when you push on them. I'll put this one back in for now. And it folds down and clips back into place, or at least it should do. For some reason that one ain't, but normally it does anyway. And then in the other side, when you put the key in and push it forward, it flips out this spring-loaded cannon, which again the arm needs to be folded out to do. So all in all, he's got a lot of weapons going on. He's quite busy in that respect, and he's got a lot of gadgets, and they really kind of suit the character. He's good value for money because of this, and it's a really good repaint as well. Colour scheme wise, it's more military looking, and it's really suited to fill out the Decepticon ranks. So I would recommend this. Unfortunately, there are little bits and pieces that do sort of overlap and limit the movement. It takes away from it, but they're not too bad a hindrance. I have to see if I can get that to clip back in. But yeah, I would recommend him. I'd give him a good 4 out of 5. He's well worth it. Okay, thanks.